All right, let's crush a Sudoku. This one's called Ovary Action by Marty Sears, and there's a little bit of a theme to this one. You might notice these little spermies that are swimming around. So normal sex by sex Sudoku rules apply. So that's a play on 6 by 6, but we're going to have the same numbers 1 through 6 in every row, every column, and every 2 by 3 box down here. Digits along a spermometer increase moving from head to tail. So lowest number is going to go here, then they go up from there. Digits separated by an X chromosome sum to 10. So these two numbers sum to 10, these two numbers sum to 10. Digits touching the pink egg have the same sum on either side of the box border that divides the egg into 2. So that means these 3 cells add to these 3 cells, right? Okay. So let's see what we can do with that. So since these add to 10 and these add to 10, this is the same number, so these two numbers have to be the same. So these two numbers have to be the same. So that means that these 2 cells and these 2 cells have to add to the same thing, because these 3 cells and these 3 cells add to the same thing. So these are the same value. What happens if I color those? Okay, so we still got some pink behind it. So these are the same number. So, I mean, these things that are 4 long, and all of them are pretty limited, increasing from head to tail. Adding to 10. I just realized that adding to 10 in a 6 by 6 is really limiting, because the highest number we can have is a 6. So both of these have to be 4, 6, because you can't do 5, 5, and the only other numbers that add to 10 that are lower than that are 6 or lower are 4 and 6. So these. All 3 of these are 4, 6. I don't know which one's the 4 and which one's the 6. This number has to be very low, though, which means that this number has to be really low. Yeah, there's probably something here. Okay, so I mean, if these are 4 long, then this has to be 1 through 3. Like the biggest number I can make this is a 3, because then I could go 3, 4, 5, 6, and the smallest. Like and 6 is the biggest this could possibly be, and these have to increase, right? Digits along the spermometer strictly increase. Okay. So if this, and then the smallest this could be would be a 4. So this could be 4, 5, or 6. Because if this was a 4, 3, 2, 1, that just works, right? So these have a little bit of leeway, and that's going to be the case for every single one of these spermometers. You're only going to have 3 options in every spot, because every one of these is 4 long. So this can only be a 1, 2, 3 as well. And this number is going to have to be big, right? Because these 2 numbers add to 10. Yeah, so if these are both 6, so these add to 10, and here the most these can possibly add to is 9. So this number is definitely bigger. This number is definitely bigger than this number. So could this be a 3, 4? So if this was a 3, this would have to go 3, 4, 5, 6, and this would have to be a 6 because this was a 4. So 3, 6, and then this number would probably be forced, right? I guess this could still be 1 or 2. This is interesting too. Let me number all 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, and then 4, 5, 6. So these all have to be really high. So the only places 1 can go in this column are here and here, and it seems like it probably is here, unless it has to be here, which is possible. But 1 goes in one of those. This is interesting. There's probably something going on here. So 6 has to go in one of these 2. Yeah, because I just labeled all these. None of these can be a 6. Okay, so 6 goes in one of these 2, so this is not a 6, which means that these 2 are 6, I think. Yeah, because if this, so one of these 2 had to be a 6, which eliminates this from being a 6, because the 6 in this column has to go in one of these 2 boxes. So this is a 4, because those were the only 2 options, so that makes both of these 6. This is not a 6. Okay, and now, so 6 going in both boxes, I think, is the less forcing thing. Because if both of these were 4 and this was a 6, then this number is all of a sudden really high. So I have to compensate in these boxes somehow, but 4 is more of a middle number. Okay, so I only have 5 in these 2. It seems like this could be a 5, right? Okay, so 4, 6. And this only has 3 options. Could this be a 1, maybe, is the question I should be asking. So if that adds up to 7, this adds up to 10. So then I have to be 3 smaller in this one than I am in this one, which seems perfectly possible. Not that hard to do. Okay, but I did say 1 has to go in one of these. So this has to be at least 2. So this adds up to at least 12. So if this was 7, this would have to be a 5, which seems possible, yeah. Yeah, like, could I make this a 5? I probably couldn't make this a 5. So this probably has to be 2 or 3. So if I made this a 5, these would add to 15. 6, 3, yeah, this would have to be a 6. So this can't be a 5. So I've got 4, 6, 1 in the box. This can't be a 5, so this is either a 2 or a 3. Which probably limits... Does that limit this somehow? So I said... So 6 with 1, I could make this... If this was 12, I could make this a 5. If this was a 2... If this was a 2... So if this was a... I know this can't be a 4. But this has 2 options. This is hard to do. Okay. The only options here are 2 and 3. I think this probably has to be pretty high. So if I made this 6, 3, that's 9. And if I made this 3, this would have to be a 4, which doesn't work because there's a 4 here. So I figured out a way to make this a 5. It can't be a 6 or a 4. What else could it be? Could this be a 1, 2, or 3? Definitely can't be a 1. Because if this is a 1, then the most I can make this add up to is 10, and this already equals 10, plus 2 is 12. So that probably means this can't be a 2 either. Yeah, because this has to be at least 12. So this can't be 1 or 2. If this was 3, no, then I have to make this 3. So this is a 5. I just somehow narrowed that down. Because the lowest I can make this total is 12. And if I try to make this a 3, then 3 plus 6 is 9. And I've got a 3 in this box, but if this is a 3, this can't be a 3. So yeah, so this has to be at least 12, and there's no way I can make it at least 12 without this being a 5. And then could this be a 1? I think it could be. Yeah, this could be a 1 and this could be a 2. Or this could be a 2 and this could be a 3. Is that where I'm at this point? I think that's the only way this works. So this can't be a 3, which is not really limiting at all, but taking away the higher number doesn't do anything to the thermometer. If we took away the 1, we could then take away the lower end on each one of these. So 1 now has to go in one of these 2. So now 1 has to go... Oh, no, I could already tell that, but from a couple different reasons. So 1, and then these are 1, 2, 3. So I'm seeing 6 has to go in one of those 2, so it has to go here. Yeah, so that's the only place I have a 6 is right here, so that has to be a 6. 6 can only go on the tail of one of these, so this can't be a 6. So one of these 2 has to be a 6. I might be able to do some 6 logic here. Yeah, 6 definitely can't go here, so 6 has to go in one of these 2. And yeah, so 6 can't go in any of these. Did I break? No. Yeah, 6 can't go in any of those cells, because 6 can only go on the tail of a spermometer. And 6 can't go here, so 6 does go here, which is actually going to do both of these. This is a 6, this is a 6, and we're done with 6s. Again, unfortunately, having a 6 on the end of one of these things doesn't really help us with anything else, because it doesn't force anything. Alright, 6s are over. So this can't be a 5 anymore. Again, not particularly helpful. So this can't be a 5. So 5 has to go in one of these. So 5 has to go in one of these 2. Because this can't be a 5 because this can't be a 6. So one of these 2 is a 5. We've only got one 5 in this box, but this could be a 5 as well. So one of these 2 is a 5. Oh, one of these 2 is a 5 because this can't be a 5. Okay, so one of those 2 is a 5. Then what does that do for this box? This can't be a 5. This can't be a 5. So it's... Wait, so 5 has to go here, I think is what I'm figuring out? Yeah, because so 5 is in one of these 2 boxes, which means it's done for the row. This can't be a 5, because then both of these would have to be 6s, which is impossible. This can't be a 5, because both of those would have to be 6s, so this is absolutely a 5. And that makes this a 5. And that makes this a 5 because this can't be. And now this is a 5. Awesome. So we're done with 5s after this one. Only 2 places for 4 to go in the box. It's here or here. Yeah, so one of these two has to be a 4. That was probably relatively obvious already. Oh, so it has to be this one. Yeah, this one can't be a 4 because we can't put a 5 here. So this one is a 4. 4's in one of these two. I think it could still be either one. Yeah, one of these two definitely has to be a 1. These are 1, 2, 3. Oh, these are 1, 2, 3. Does that force a 1 here? It doesn't, huh? No, yeah, it does. I missed. I keep missing that there's a line going into this. So this can't be 1. This can't be 1. 1 can only go in the head of the spermometer. So this is definitely a 1 in this row. Okay, so that's not. So this is a 2, 3 pair, which are communicating all over the board. Now 1's got to go in this box somewhere. It can't go here, so it's got to go here because it can't go farther down on the spermometer. 2, 3, and 4 have to go in these. This definitely can't be a 4. So I'll label those and think about that for a second. 2, 3, 4. This can't be a 4. This can't be a 2. The options here, like this one has to be lower than this one, so you can take away the lowest option. So this can't be a 4 either. Oh, and this is a 2, 3 pair. So okay, so that makes this a 4. Yeah, that was already there, I guess. So that's a 4. 1, 2, 3 here. I'm probably just missing some Sudoku somewhere. Okay, so 4 in this box has to go in one of these two. So where does 4 go in this box? It has to go here. Because these two can't be a 4. So one of these two is a 4. Which means these two are not a 4. This can't be a 4, so this has to be a 4. Which again doesn't force anything as far as the spermometers go. So this has to be 1, 2, or 3. This has to be 1, 2, or 3. The 1s, 2s, and 3s are giving me a hard time here. I don't really know what to do with them. Oh, why do I have 1, 2, 3 here? This can't be a... oh, okay. So this is a 3. Yeah, the lowest number this can be is a 3, and it's the third number on the... or the highest number it can be is a 3, and it's the third number on the spermometer. So this is a 3. This is a 3. This has to be a 2 then, making this a 1. Okay, hopefully that's straight. Is that really not straightening anything out? I mean, these can't be 1s. This can't be a 1. Let me take a look at that. Oh, okay. This is a 2, 3 pair, so this is a 1, but that doesn't do anything. Wild. All these 2, 3 pairs. Okay, so this is a 1, 4 pair. Where does this hash out? Oh, this has probably been done for a while. Or maybe I just put that 1 in actually. So this adds to 12, so this is a 2, which is probably going to do the entire thing. 3, because these 3 had to add to these 3. I just finally remembered that aspect of the rule set. So since these 3 added to 12, these 3 add to 12. This is a 2. This is a 3. This is a 2. This is a 3. Okay, these have been done since this was done. So this is a 3. This is a 2. Okay, there's a 3 here. So this has to be a 4. Making this a 1. Making this a 4. This is a 2. This is a 3. This is a 1. There we go, dude. That's the whole thing. Ovary Action. We did it. There it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.